Second out, round 2.
The Motherwell lightweight in the tartan trunks. Scottish area champion, edging out Stuart Green in January. You'll be seeing Green in the final quarter-final coming up a bit later on. Plenty of rivalry here, even amongst the Scottish fighters themselves. But a slow start from King. Holborn looking good.
In the last minute of the opening round, King wasn't being caught quite the same with the shots. But he still hadn't really found the range for his own punches. He seemed to have solved out the punches coming towards him, but not finding the range for his own.
Both have struggled a bit to get fights, these two. Holborn a data engineer and King a letting agent in their spare time. Right hand from Holborn. Who wants that 25 grand more and to use this tournament to really launch and thrust their careers forward?
See, Holborn's just using the old jab, left, the left cross. Nothing fancy about it, but it's working because I think just a little bit of frustration in King's work. He knows he has to improve. So just struggling to find the range at King.
He fought more recently than Holborn, who's been out since November, so there shouldn't be any rust to shred. Maybe it is just the southpaw style, the quick darting in and out of Holborn.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Holborn doesn't throw too many single punches is a problem too. See, there he goes again, missed with those, but he's prepared, and again, he's prepared to put punches together. King seems, as I said, to have solved the punches coming towards him. He has to maybe find a little bit of sharpness in his own work.
Gripping that gum shield tight, Charlie King. Trying to get those punches flowing. So little time. Bouncing on the feet again, a left hand. Gets through from Holborn. It's not totally dominant, just doing that bit more.
Yeah, King, I think, is forcing things a little bit. I think he fancied he's lost the opening round up against it, so just forcing his work a little bit. There's just a little bit more confidence in Holborn's work, I think. But this is a close round, not an awful lot to split them in this round.
Yeah, Holborn falling in as well, trying to work the inside body and head of King, who stands at 5'10" and maybe should be using more of that reach advantage. Where's the jab from Charlie King? Just seems to be getting annoyed with himself, King. Well, is Charlie King in trouble? His compatriot from Scotland, Ryan Brawley, awaiting the winner in the first semi-final. Brawley, who said that Ben Murphy was the toughest in the tournament, now he feels he's going to win it. Could be a couple of hard ones ahead, though, even though Murphy's out.
Southpaw stand still a problem.
Holborn now a 7-1 on favourite. Remember, the bookies couldn't split them beforehand, but it hasn't been King's night, no rhythm. Three judges, remember, maybe seeing things differently. But Charlie King, we believe, has work to do in this final session, and he's not a knockout specialist. Good amateur with the Forgewood club. But the more rounded professional look of Paul Holborn here, who's only lost once in a career that started back in 2004. Short, sharp. John Keane says no, just a slip, but he just can't get to grips with him, Charlie King.
I would have called that a knockdown, Adam. I thought without the punch he wouldn't have been on the floor. He wasn't hurt, but I thought that was a bona fide knockdown, so a good call as far as King's concerned.
Well, fortunate if that was the case. Was wobbled just seconds later, Charlie King trying to get his feet set. Left hand from Holborn, who is just gathering momentum as this goes on.
Yeah, Holborn's just a little bit more active, if you like, just putting that little bit more into things. King still looks as though he's forcing it. So it's as well the knockdown wasn't called, because that was certainly a put King right out of things. Yeah, just a little bit livelier, Holborn. He's going for this, he wants this. King knows he's struggling, maybe feels it's a little bit beyond him, because he needs to put everything he's got into this, and he's not quite doing that at the moment. I don't think he's ever got to grip with the southpaw here.
See the frustration in the face of King. His glances to his corner there. Marked up on the bridge of the nose. And without that equaliser, will he be the first Scotsman out of this tournament? Hasn't stopped working as well, Paul Holborn. Really fired up for this. You can see why the team was so confident beforehand.
Yeah, well, that's what this tournament's all about. To impress the judges with your work rate and what you're prepared to put into things. And if the rounds are close, then maybe they'll lean your way. And I think that's been the story of this, Holborn, putting punches together, just putting a little bit more effort into things, giving more of himself. And King has been able to do good there. A little burst there from King. But we needed more of that, I feel.
A late rally from King. But that work rate so important, as we saw when Tony Oki took the light heavyweight title down in London. The engine just kept going, and these body shots. Working hard here, Holborn, to close the show. It's been a good performance, this. Well, King looks a beaten man. Exhausted. Never quite got to grips with Paul Holborn, and suffered this little fall in the final session.
I think we're going to get a little look at the knockdown there. Yeah, well, punch landed, although it wasn't bang on the target, and the referee had a good view of it. But it was one of those situations that he wouldn't have gone over without the punch. It was a glancing blow. He wasn't hurt by it. But it was a good call. If this had been a lot closer, then it would have been a good call for him. But I don't think it's close. I think Holborn's going through.
Yeah, it was a difficult knockdown to call for John Keane. You can see there Holborn throwing more, all the quality, and made a bit of a mockery of those evens odds at the beginning. Charlie King may well have lost his unbeaten record. He certainly thinks so, if body language is anything to go by. And that will make it one apiece.
Yeah, I think King knows it was a struggle, knows he didn't flow, never going to find out.
England to come back against Scotland. The judges have got their cards in. Here we go.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Result of quarter-final number 2 in the Prizefighter series, the lightweights. All three judges score this contest 30-27, 30-27, 30-27, and the winner and through to semi-final number 1 from Sunderland, Paul Holborn.
Glenn, was it the work rate of Paul Holborn that caught your eye there?
Yeah, I think mentally he was out in front. You know, he started faster, he was busier throughout. You know, he beat King to the punch on just about every occasion.
One to watch for you, Johnny?
One to watch. King struggled with the pace. It might have suited him over the longer distance, but Holborn did the right thing, jumped on him straight away.
Let's hear from him ringside with Ed.
Well, Paul, clear points victory. What won it for you?
Well, what won it for me, I think, was work rate. I think I wanted it more than him in them three rounds there. My timing was well off. I was well out of reach with a lot of my punches. But I think I just wanted it more, and I worked a bit harder.
Is your southpaw stance an advantage in this tournament?
Well, you could say it's an advantage anytime you step in the ring, but there's 3 or 4 southpaws in this competition, so if I use it right, I could use it to my advantage.
And you're facing a fellow southpaw in the next round, Ryan Brawley. How do you see that one going?
Yeah, well, I think also I'll work too hard for him. He's very flashy, so I'll have to up my game because my time was well off there. But I'm confident to go in there and have 20 minutes off, go in there and do it again, yeah.
We look forward to it. Well done.